1. The silent night. It was a quiet, rainy night. The city outside was asleep, and only the rhythmic tapping of raindrops against the window filled the air. Samir sat alone in his dimly lit apartment, sipping his coffee, lost in thought. His black cat, Lucy, lay curled up on the couch, her sleek fur almost blending into the shadows. The warm glow of the lamp flickered slightly, casting long, eerie shapes on the walls. Then, a sound, a whisper. "Don't open the door." Samir's eyes widened. His grip on the coffee mug tightened. He turned his head slowly, scanning the room. The television was off. His phone was on the table. The apartment was empty except for him and Lucy. Did he just hear that? Or was it his imagination? His heart pounded as he looked down at his cat. Lucy was staring at him, her yellow-green eyes glowing under the dim light. "Lucy," he whispered, half laughing. "Was that you?" The cat blinked, then slowly opened her mouth, and in a voice that did not belong to her, she spoke. "Don't open the door. If you do, he will come." A chill shot through Samir's spine. His breathing became uneven. He could feel his heartbeat in his throat. "What the hell?" He took a step back. His hands were shaking. He stared at Lucy, waiting, hoping that he had imagined it. But Lucy said nothing more. She simply turned away, curled into a ball, and shut her eyes, as if nothing had happened. 2. The knocking. For a moment there was only silence. Then, knock, knock, knock. Samir flinched. His blood ran cold. Someone was at the door. His mind raced. It was nearly midnight. Who would come to his apartment at this hour? He stared at the door, frozen in place. The knocking wasn't aggressive, but it was steady, deliberate. "Who's there?" he called out, trying to keep his voice steady. No answer. The rain outside grew heavier, beating against the window like ghostly fingers trying to get in. Samir swallowed. His hands were clammy. He turned to Lucy, expecting her to be as disturbed as he was. But she was gone. His stomach twisted. He scanned the room, searching for her. She wasn't on the couch, not under the table, not near the window. She had vanished. Knock, knock, knock. The sound pulled his attention back to the door. The handle twitched. His breath hitched. Someone, or something, was trying to get in. 3. The warning. A deep, suffocating silence filled the apartment. Samir took slow, careful steps toward the door, his heart pounding like a drum. Maybe it was a neighbor. Maybe someone was lost. Maybe. "I told you, don't open it." The voice came from behind him. Samir's blood turned to ice. It wasn't Lucy's voice. It wasn't even a human voice anymore. It was deeper, rougher, angry. He turned sharply. But there was no one there. The air felt heavier, charged with an unnatural energy. He could hear his own heartbeat, rapid and erratic. His breath came in shallow gasps. Then, bang! The door shook violently, as if something was slamming against it. Samir stumbled backward, his mind screaming at him to run, to hide. But his feet wouldn't move. He was rooted in place, trapped in the overwhelming fear that gripped him. The knob twisted sharply. Something on the other side was desperate to get in. And then it stopped. The knocking, the shaking, the movement. Everything went eerily still. Samir swallowed hard, his throat dry as sandpaper. Had it gone away? He stood there for what felt like an eternity, the silence pressing down on him like a weight. His mind told him to leave it alone, to stay put, to pretend none of this happened. But his hands moved on their own. 4. The darkness beyond. As if in a trance, Samir reached for the doorknob. His fingers wrapped around the cold metal. Slowly, carefully, he turned it. The door creaked open an inch, then another, and beyond it, There was no hallway, no walls, no floor, only darkness, thick, endless, swallowing darkness. It wasn't just the absence of light, it was alive. It pulsed, it moved, it reached out. And suddenly Samir realized something horrifying. The darkness was looking back at him. Before he could scream, before he could slam the door shut, the shadows surged forward, wrapping around him like cold, dead fingers. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't move. His vision blurred as he was dragged into the void, and then the door slammed shut behind him. The morning after. The next morning, the neighbors noticed something strange. Samir's apartment door was slightly open. A few of them knocked, but no one answered. When they finally stepped inside, they found nothing. No signs of struggle, no trace of Samir. The place was exactly as it had always been, except for one thing. A single black cat. Lucy. She sat in the middle of the room, her tail curled neatly around her paws, staring at the open doorway. Her yellow-green eyes reflected something dark, something waiting.